It seems like just yesterday I bought myself this Honda Fury, and now we're almost at the 5,000 mile mark. Now I bet a lot of you are saying, first off, Ryder, you're not even at the 5,000 mile mark. You're at the 4,952 mile mark. This video, I'm gonna dislike it because you're a liar. That's because, yeah, I don't really know where I was going with that. Anyway, or you also might be saying, you're just now reaching the 5,000 mile mark? Wow, do you just let the Fury just sit in your garage 24/7 and you never ride it? Is just the videos you make a figment of our imaginations? No. As a matter of fact, I had this thing called off-season because I live in Michigan, and we get a lot of snow. We get 4 months of summer and 10 months of winter. That's the joke, get it? Because that adds up to 14 months, and there's only 12. Anyway, all right, digress. Is there really a big difference in the motorcycle when you reach the 5,000 mile mark? Has it held up? Has it gone the distance? Well, I'm going to answer that for you today. So first thing right off the bat I began to notice around the 4,000 mile mark is I have more top end than I did when I first bought the bike. Now, that could be for multiple reasons. Obviously, it's because the bike has a little more wear on it. Now, don't get scared when I say this bike has wear on it, because it doesn't necessarily mean that I've beaten on this thing. It just means that it's way more broken in. Braking periods are a real thing for motorcycles, obviously, just like they are for cars or anything that has moving parts. And it's a great thing because you feel like you have more top end, yes, but it also feels like you have way more power. I bet if I put this thing with the same exact mods, with the exhaust, the tuner, stuff like that, if I put this thing on a dyno at 2,500 miles, I would have had less power than I do now. And I haven't been able to put it on a dyno yet. However, I will be putting it on one hopefully here soon. It's just a matter of if my local shop gets theirs up and running. I plan to put a 2-in-1 on this bike and see if that really makes a big old difference between then and now. So with the bike having more top end, it feels way more comfortable, way more, I don't want to say loose in a bad way, but when you put this thing up to highway speeds, it felt a little stiff. It felt a little, I wouldn't say rough. It wasn't like my old street mod rough, but it was just still kind of a rough ride. But I mean, like I said, it wasn't necessarily broken all the way in which it should have been. But now it feels way more comfortable. It is a night and day difference how comfortable this thing is at high speed, or just having a higher end. It feels nice even when you have a higher RPM and a lower gear. Like a year ago, I would not have been doing 60 miles an hour at what feels like 3,500 RPM. It would have just been way too rough. But now that it's broken in more, at around the 4,000 to 5,000 mile mark, it definitely feels a lot better. As far as the maintenance goes on this, I did an oil change at the 2,500 mile mark. Now, I know that might be just a little bit early, but I mean, it's better to be early than late, right? I didn't really take it all too far before that, but it still racked up the miles and the short trips that I did go on, so I felt it was due. And plus, you know, regularly scheduled maintenance never hurts anything. Did it need an oil change? Probably not. But, like I said, I'm for sure it didn't do any harm. So, yeah, if I were you, if you're a new Honda Fury owner, change the oil around the 3,000 mile mark, and then again around the 6,000 mile mark. But since I did the 2,500 mile mark, I'm probably going to do it within the next 50 miles or so. And then coolant flushes, well, I just did that, but you know what I mean. I'll take care of the rest. I'll do the brakes, I'll do everything else, just to make sure this thing has a long and prosper life, so I can keep bringing you guys content that you guys enjoy on this beautiful specimen of a machine, my Honda Fury. So, I guess that really answers the big question. Is there really a big difference? How does it hold up after 5,000 miles? Too long, didn't listen, it runs great. It runs better than when I first got it. It is fantastic. The shocks are broken, well, the shock is broken in. The front is good, everything is good, the tires are good. They have a little bit of wear on them, but that's expected. This thing is ready to go. This thing is warmed up. She's good for another 20 years. hopefully. But then again, I don't even need to add hopefully because it's a Honda. It's gonna last another 20 years. And don't worry, I'll make sure of it. Don't you worry. But the 5,000 mile mark definitely has me feeling good for the next 5,000 miles and the 5,000 miles after that. I don't plan to be getting rid of this bike until it absolutely DIES on me. Capital DIES on me. But the 5,000 mile mark definitely has me hopeful. Has me hopeful for the future that it has on this bike. So, if you guys enjoyed, be sure to check out more videos and content with this beautiful specimen of a machine that is my 2020 Honda Fury and other motorcycle content that you just might like. Go check out my playlist with the 2001 Honda Shadow Ace that I am reviving and fixing up for Big Bro because, like this Honda Fury, I ain't getting rid of that bike and I refuse to let it die. Not happening. I started my channel on this bike. That is the OG Esoteric Rider bike. Oh yeah, if you're wondering who's on the back with me, it's Miss Esoteric Rider. And yeah, go give her a follow on Instagram, TikTok, and go subscribe to her YouTube where she uploads shorts that only you can see on her channel. Now, what was my usual spiel? Oh, yes, that reminds me. Support your local veteran, be safe, and ride free. Peace out.